Alright, I figured I'd do another little quick video if I can here. I wanted to show this chuck. Unlike the lathe that it's attached to, it's pretty nice. So I just want to hold on to the bowl here with my camera hand. Loosen that up there. So, here's this nice oak bowl. This bowl was made from slab wood my grandpa got from a sawmill friend of his or whatever, and cutting it up for firewood, and there's some really thick pieces in there, and I figured, oh, that'd be good for a bowl. Plus it had the bark on it, so it looked cool, and with a natural edge. So I'm going to put that in these paper bags then to dry. I like putting them in the paper bags. It lets it breathe, but it doesn't let too much air get over it, so it doesn't dry out too fast and crack, ruining it. But I figured I'd show this. This is a SuperNova2 wood lathe chuck. I have the stock jaws on it. I have a pair of smaller ones for gripping smaller things. 50 millimeters, I believe these are. I have the 25 millimeter ones. But we got this on sale at Woodcraft 2 years ago. It was 130 bucks. Great deal. I think now they're almost 200. They've really gone up in price. But really nice lathe chuck. You definitely want a chuck if you're going to turn or do anything with wood lathes. You need one of these. It's going to make life so much easier. I mean, I guess you don't really need one. You could make do with gluing onto waste blocks and screwing them to a faceplate that comes with most lathes. But this is just so much easier, and you don't have to wait 24 hours for glue to dry every time. And it probably isn't quite as safe, but if you make a tenon that fits in your jaws good and you tighten it down, it's not going to come out. With these, I don't think I've ever, if you make the tenons well, it won't come out if you tighten it. Now, if you make a crappy tenon and it doesn't fit very nice or something, or the wood is weak, it'll tear off there. But that's just how these are. But it's definitely worth the money. It came with a 2-year warranty, which I actually did use. I did use the service from them. One of these inserts here, these gear pinions, I believe, where the Allen wrench fits that goes to open and close the scroll on this. Well, I was tightening something and I kind of slipped, and it buggered up the inside of it. It got it all stripped out, and I couldn't use one of them. I could use the other side. I believe I can't even tell which one is the new one and which one's the old one. But anyway, I broke that, and I made do with it for a little while, and then I figured I'd call or email them, and they just asked. I told them the problem, and they asked me for an address and just a scanned copy of the receipt, which I still had from Woodcraft, thankfully. And I just showed them that, and they sent the part out right away. And not even a week later, I got the part that I needed, and I was able to take this apart. Now, one thing I hate almost more than anything in the world are snap rings. I don't know if you can see that in there, but they're snap rings, and I hate those things. Those are just, no matter what piece of metal or anything it's attached to, they're always a pain in the ass to get off. So, well, at least it keeps this back plastic thing on, keeping it from getting the dust in, so I guess it does its job, but it doesn't make it easy to take it apart to clean it or maintain it. But despite that, it's still a really nice chuck, and I would recommend if you can get it on sale or used for, less than, what retail is. It's definitely a great deal. It's still not a bad chuck for full price. It's not as much as a one-way chuck or a Vic Mark. Those are a lot more expensive. They're probably a little bit nicer, but, for most people, this is plenty.